Hi there, Chad Morris here. I have a follow-up to my video blog from yesterday that I think is an important connection a friend pointed out to me. I want to share that. The idea is yesterday we were talking about how hunger often feels like this emergency situation where we have to eat. And part of having a healthy diet is just overcoming that sense of a dire need to eat and eat in large quantities when we feel hungry. The connection to that is in exercise. We often feel like when the exercise gets intense, it's this emergency situation where we have to stop exercising or something really bad is going to happen. Now, in both cases, we're feeling an increase of unpleasant sensation, an increase of negative sensation, and if we stick it out long enough, which most people never do, but if we let ourselves stay hungry or we keep going with the exercise that's feeling tough, what actually happens is that the sensation doesn't get any worse. It gets to a certain point and that's it. No matter what you do, you don't feel more hungry when you're feeling hungry. And exercise, even if you go for hours and hours and hours and days, the hunger stays at the same level. It's fascinating. That's one of the most fascinating things I noticed about doing a long fast, which you don't need to do that, but it's important to understand this concept. In an exercise, this is really important. Most people never get to this point. But, for instance, on a leg press, we see this all the time. People get scared of continuing to go on the leg press because they feel like it's just going to feel too intense. They're not going to be able to take it. And the way that they put that is usually they couldn't take it. It was too intense. But when I talk to people, it isn't really that it was too intense. It was that it was getting more intense, and they were predicting in their mind that if it got worse, they weren't going to be able to take it, so they needed to stop now. So my advice that I found has worked very well is to do the opposite of what you think. And when you're in that situation, in an exercise, when it feels really intense, try to make it feel worse. Actually deliberately try to make it feel as intense as you possibly can. Know that's your goal, because what you're going to experience is that it doesn't get any worse. It gets to a certain point, and even though you're trying to make it feel worse, it actually continues to feel the same. And that feels good. It feels like it's under your control, and then it makes the whole experience so much better. So I hope you can use that bit of advice in exercise. Back to nutrition, what my last video blog was about. You want to understand and get a real sense of that concept that if you let yourself get hungry and you let a little bit more time pass, you don't feel so hungry that it interferes with your entire ability to function, that it just stays at about the same level of hunger. So, I want to say a big thank you to my friend who pointed out that connection. It was actually my girlfriend. She said that if I did a video about this, I had to call her my cute girlfriend. Of course, she's much more than just cute. But Lisa, thank you. And to everybody else watching, hope this has been helpful. Please post a comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll talk to you again soon.